Welcome everyone to the revised version of the Have More Plan. It's a story of the Robinsons who left the city, who decided they wanted to have the good life. And in the 1970s, they revised this copy of the good life. And I am showing you today how we take everything from the Robinsons' book, The Have More Plan, and we put it into our life. The Have More Plan was created for people who wanted to get out of the city and they wanted to learn to live off the land. Now, they didn't have a whole lot of acreage, so they weren't farmers, they weren't ranchers. They were small holdings, small homesteaders who wanted to change their life in radical ways with just a small amount of income. And today, I'm going to show you all the different points that we have done to make this into the good life. Then in 1975, a TV series from BBC was called The Good Life. It was about a couple who moved from the city into a little urban area and decided they wanted to have the Have More Plan. It is a comical look at what life can be like for city dwellers who throw themselves into homesteading. But what is amazing about this series is it showed all of the triumphs, all the things they went through, and the changes they made. And that is where my channel and my life comes. So we have ashes in this one, water in this one, and I'm going to go ahead and show you how we fertilize our ground and how we take care of the everyday necessities of life without modern conveniences. Since we're headed into the springtime, I take all of my dishwater and I use it to water the plants around here. And then that way, I'm not wasting any water. It's about using everything that you have and using it to the fullest of your ability. I use rainwater for a lot of things, especially now since the weather is warming up. I will use this for watering my plants, for just cleanup when my hands are really dirty, not tracking so much dirt in the house. And this rain barrel is really nice because I'm able to use it to flush the toilets on days when we don't have electricity, which are coming up here real soon. They're having some major work done, which we might go quite a while without electricity. But I love the rain barrel, and that is just one of the things in this blueprint that they talked about, having the rain barrel. Now I do have two of them set up, and the other one is just for emergency, and this one's the one I use all the time. Everything in life has a rhythm. Everything works and flows together. And the more you're at your own home and not leaving your home, the easier and the workflow flows even better for me. So it's a very easy life if I'm home and able to do all the chores every single day that need to be done. It tastes so good. These are some of my shallots. They came up from last year. It's so tasty and so good. I might have to harvest some of them for eating at lunch. Garden is coming up really nicely. I have a lot of herbs and a lot of teas and tinctures to make, but this is the perennials that are coming up right now. And we have the onions, some onions planted. We have to plant potatoes. We have to plant a whole bunch of other things. But soon I'll have my little polytunnels in here. And let's go ahead and look at the raspberries and look at the grapes, because that's really big into having the 1 acre plot, is to grow some of your own fruit. Vegetables is pretty easy. Fruit can be a little bit of a challenge simply because we have deer. But just because we have deer here doesn't mean that we can't plant things. I'm going to be planting everything I want. I'm just going to make precautions and have things really lined up that the deer can't get at them, like having green beans in the polytunnels. This year in the garden, I'm focusing on using as much natural resources as I possibly can. These are wooden stakes that I'm going to be using to plant some of my peas on. I had these out all winter, but they're wood, so when they are no longer in use, they're easy to burn. These are my blackberries, and I'm hoping this year that I get some. They are the thornless blackberries. I'm told I'm supposed to get a gallon per plant the first or the second year. I don't think that's going to happen, but I'm hoping that I will in a couple years get some fruit from these and maybe expand it even a little more. It doesn't look like much now because spring has only just arrived. But I'm very proud of my grapes. We've had them now 15 years. This is a 65-foot row. I use them for grape juice, for grape jelly, and you could make wine with them if you so desire. We have not ever done that. We're not people that tend to drink anything alcoholic, but it would be nice to have a little bit of wine for medicinal sakes if we want to go that route. But I absolutely love my Concord grapes. They do very well. And yes, that is a black walnut tree behind me, and all of my produce and vegetables and fruit all do well. It doesn't seem to affect me here on the homestead, which I'm very thankful for. One thing really nice about this lifestyle is you can adapt it to however you wish. Now with the Robertsons, they built their own greenhouse, and maybe someday we will do that, but for now my $65 greenhouse is just perfect. I have 2 of them, and that gives me a lot of ample room to start my seedlings. I have a little bit of everything growing, everything that I absolutely need. I have onions and spinach and peas. I have some perennials, some medicinal herbs, and in the course of the next 2 weeks, both of my greenhouses will be full. I have 30 tomato plants that are done growing in the house, and they need to come out here now since we are in April. And this gives me a lot of time to be able to work on all of my seedlings. What we're choosing to do is have pretty much everything going by solar here. That way we don't have to rely on the electric company. And we're getting better and better at it, and we're just expanding our knowledge of solar and even the little things in life. Right now what I'm working on is the irrigation. This is solar irrigation, and I can use this for out in the garden, and I can also use this in the greenhouse. It's really nice to have, and it was offered to me, so I thought, well, I'm going to use it. Now you can get a PDF version for this for free. All you have to do is Google the Have More Plan free PDF file, and you can get this book for free if you download it or read it online. So basically it is growing our own food. You're not gonna see me canning store-bought food. I will only can the food that I can actually grow in my own garden. There are many different chapters in this book. Now our house is designed as they have more plan. That's why we bought this property. We bought this property because I wanted to have the garden in the front that gets full sun. I knew about this book, and this was one of my favorite books I read before we even bought this mobile home 14 years ago. It takes you step by step into having a small barn, a small little mini farm. Also, you can print out for free the Victory Garden for a family of 5. I am implementing this as well into my daily life, and it's going to talk a lot about the 25 by 50 foot plot. Now my plot is bigger than that, and I'm only feeding 2 people. So I have plenty of room for everything. Baby chicks and having all of the homestead type things in my home now, I feel like I'm coming full circle. If you're interested in these kind of videos, this is the direction of my channel now, and this is the good life. And you know, not everything in life is perfect, but what I am striving to do here is take the property that I already own, and it's paid for, I have no debt, and see what I can do with this property. I can make it into a little mini farm, a little mini, what you would call a little mini homestead, and having it on my little acre land. I'm not gonna get any goats or any sheep or any cows or anything like that. But there's also things that they talk about, and that is having a cellar, which I can't have a cellar to put my food on, but I am going to be having another outbuilding. I'm going to be working on having that as this fall. It's going to be a very busy summer here on the homestead. And one of the other things I wanted to show you, and another thing I really love, is the cold frame. And I do have one cold frame, and I am looking to acquire a few more, because cold frames can really make a big difference as far as planting things and starting to harvest things even earlier. So I'm really excited about that. I hope you enjoyed this video, and now I'm going to share with you a few more video clips of what the Have More plan means to us on a day-to-day life.
I thought it would be fitting at the end of this video to show you the very old camera that I started filming with 9 years ago. Those of you who are observant maybe would notice there's a little bit different in the pixelation and the coloring. This is my very old Canon camera that I first used that was given to me by our son. I'm going to be doing other videos using this old camera. It's nostalgic to me. It brings back memories of learning how to have YouTube and learning all of the ins and outs about being a content creator. And there's something old-fashioned about the lighting of this camera. There are a lot of new things coming on this channel in the weeks ahead, and I'm really excited to share that with you. But all in due time, because I want to share it as we work on it and not give you any heads up whatsoever. I want you to be surprised, and I want you to be entertained, and most of all, I want you to be motivated that maybe there's something in your life that you're dreading to do or it's becoming overwhelming, to get up and get started and see the difference it can make in your own life.